What up, everyone? It's your boy Why Not back for another Tuesday talk. I'm on time, so yeah, let's get the Tuesday talk rolling. So for this week on the Tuesday talk, I don't know what to talk about. I really don't know what to talk about. So since I don't know what to talk about, let's talk about some of my art. Let's get into these pieces, and you know what? Let's throw this one in there too. I pull a lot of influence from Aztec paintings. I look at pictures like this, and I really like the clothes that they wear. So I've done quite a bit of research and try to look up what type of clothing and patterns and designs that they would wear, and I thought that was really cool. As you can see, I'm wearing this, and it actually happened to be coincidence on today's subject matter. When I look at these paintings, I really like the patterns on the clothing. Like, how do they know they wore that? I tried to look it up. I haven't been to the museums in Mexico yet to actually see some of these artifacts. So I've tried to look up photos, but there's not many. So I like how there is a repetition of these clothing patterns, and I wanted to just kind of recreate it and then do slight little changes here and there for my own personal style. To me, it's given me a really cool way of hiding my influence, so people see and they're like, okay, a couple circles, couple lines, whatever. Well, no, it actually comes directly from the paintings of ancient culture. So I've always had a great joy of like knowing where the influence comes from and just kind of keeping that to myself. Kind of like, you think that I'm just drawing circles, you think I'm just drawing lines, but it's my own personal way of paying homage to being Mexican and the culture that lies within our culture. Even in little nudges to get people who are aware of this to help drift their mind into where I pull my influence from, I really try to focus on the borders and say, hey, look, if you kind of look at the border, you kind of see, it has that style. Obviously, I altered everything. I don't want to just be a copycat. I like it for it to be a rendition of my own style. So I'm still learning, so I don't have all my knowledge correct. But my idea when creating these pieces was this pattern was something that was worn by the kings, or this pattern was worn by someone who was a high priestess, or this is a pattern that a top ranking warrior would wear to show who they are. So I've always had an interest in clothing, so I think that also helps a lot why I pull specifically the clothing that they would wear, and I plan to continue to do this. It's just one of those things where I haven't had all the free time to pick up more books or buy books. So that was basically the only influence that I got and my idea for when I created these 4 pieces. They are all just based off my own renditions of the clothing that I would see. I definitely plan to make more of these. I think they're real fun. I think it's a great way to show respect or homage to where I pull my influence from and my culture. But I also don't have all the knowledge either, so I need to get more books. I need to research more and actually find out, is this something that they wore to show class? So I'll look into that more, and I plan to create more and get more into the more detailed stuff and whatnot, even though it's patterns. But that's my style, that's what I love. That's my Tuesday talk for the week. A little knowledge for you guys, some context on where I got the idea for these pieces. So next time you see some basic art and you're like, okay, whatever, just think, why is that the way it is? Because it might be a little bit more of a story. Love you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday.